second. Of course, Pivo have to, sit back and relax until the main event. But for the time being, I mean, we are going into pick and bans, and hopefully we will have a good time as well. But I mean, if anything is to go by, you would if you were a betting man or whichever woman or whichever you identify as, you know, you would pick Restless to take this match. We have Sun's Retreat archetype, a bit of a difference for the time being. I don't remember what exactly DXA picked the last time. I could technically look it up. I have the technology for it, ladies and gentlemen. We do have the technology for it, and I believe that DXA picked Burn It All Down. So they didn't, but they picked archetype as their second pick, and Bali, for once, is not the first map as well. So absolutely insane scenes here. Absolutely. I believe the previous one, the Trident Storm and Bevo Bedge, had Sun's Retreat. And it seems that this final match will sort of mimic it in some way. I believe it's the exact same map border as well. Yeah, it is. And the Trident Storm and Bevo Bedge, it's the same map border between Restless and DXA. So pretty much a bit of the same, and we're looking to see how things will go. I mean, Winky Face and Red Bull are going to be a tough nut to crack, and hopefully Starlight and Spider can get a bit more, consistency going. So that was the one thing that was holding them back a bit. And honestly, if DXA 3-0 this, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I want to give DXA every benefit of the doubt, but I am very comfortable in saying that if DXA win 3-0, I'll eat a hat or something. I don't know, eat a hat on stream tomorrow if they do 3-0. In before Winky Face and Red Bolt watch this, agree to throw the match, and it's 3-0 because everybody beat each other 3-0 as well. So it will be 3-3 tiebreakers. And good luck to the organizers to figure out how that will work. Um, we will just do that group again, basically. We roll it back, start from the beginning, and go again. But we'll see. But I think Winky and Red Bull should be comfortable to take this, but I hope Starlight and Spider will have a much more comfortable time this time. They didn't have best of times, for example, against Steak and Cheese, with some mixed results, some mixed success, and we'll have to wait and see how things will develop. But we will start it on Sun's Retreat. See how things will go. I believe Winky was quite consistent on this map as well, and with the Red Bolt alongside him. So, but Starlight and Spider have had time to sort of get into it. They've had maybe time to sort of play the maps a bit in between the breaks as well, sort of get into the vibe a bit more. Maybe they saw that, this map didn't really work out quite well, so maybe put a bit of time during the break. 30 minutes, you can get a few rounds going in that time, so definitely worth doing so. But it is the final match of the group stages of the Showdown for Group B between Restless and DXA Singapore, and we are starting ourselves off. Hopefully everything will go rather smoothly here for everybody involved, and we will have a great match, and we will all enjoy watching it. Starlight goes a bit too wide, does clip the corner there, so it does put Spider in a bit of a predicament, has to crawl himself way back into the match. So you want to make a Spider pun there. Spider at least is keeping second position. Winky Face is having a very comfortable lead. Red Bolt he's keeping his distance, keeping within striking distance, to be honest. And if there's one little clip or such, Red Bull can definitely take advantage of it. But same would go for Winky and Spider as well. If there's one little mishap, it's perfect time. Spider is trying to go for the inside line, but Winky's endings here have been very sublime. He really goes for that nose slide, and you can see he is gaining on Spider almost 2/10 gain in the end, just by getting a very solid ending. 2-1 on the board as well. Very lovely jubbly indeed. Now, can they produce something miraculous, DXA? Definitely, judging from their performance against Steak and Cheese, you would say otherwise. But with Winky touching the wall, everything is alright coming up Millhouse right now. If they can keep it going, we could get a 3-3 tie. Or in a better case scenario, DXA get an ace somehow if Red Bull has a fumble. But Winky's only a second behind again. I mean, this track definitely can produce moments where one little thing can make a difference, and with Spider clipping there, well, there you go. It's Winky in third position, and well, was in third position. I correct myself. It's Spider in third position. It can happen. You know, I blinked and said the wrong name. It can happen to anybody. But it is going to be a draw for Starlight and Spider. So Red Bull holds on to first position, very comfortable indeed, and that is 3-2 on the board. Blink and you miss it. So hopefully Winky, well, Winky could have blinked in that moment, you know. It can happen, you know. Wrong time to blink. I didn't see the corner upcoming, and can happen to anybody. But Restless having a bit of a good time here. Well, I say good time. It is still 3-2. They're keeping everything rather, you know, nice and tight. Nothing. Nobody's really running away with it. Red Bolt is giving ourselves a very comfortable, you know, very comfortable camera perspective as well, which is always lovely to have. As everybody is in the picture as well. Spider and Starlight going hand in hand together as teammates shoot, while Restless, you know, shadowing each other, making sure that, you know, they can bounce on any mistake made. Winky's just doing his own thing in first position, just driving off to the sunset, you know, very fitting for the map, which is named, you know, Sun's Retreat. But again, Winky hold on to it. Spider gets a nose slide, and Red Bull more than happy to take advantage of that moment. And if he gets a really good end, that is not a very good third section there, and get the speed there with a very nice time by Winky as well. BB 59.545. What a great rounds time. And I said Winky was just doing his own thing. I was not kidding. Very nice time for rounds. And this is the power of Winky Face, you know. I will say, like, pace-wise, Winky Face has probably the best potential out there out of the OCE, but of course he gets a nose slide, so he cannot even do fundamental mechanics. Classic. But Spider and Starlight are in an ace position, and now look to get into the lead if they can hold on to. You know, you get a very good PB, and then you're almost last. It's a staple of Trackmania. You know, you cannot do well, but Starlight is doing every bit in his power to give Winky Face an opportunity to get back into the match, as he is now in second position. Red Bull also not far away. Would be in a good position for DXA to get the ace, but now they have to maybe suffice with the victory. Red Bull does hit the corner. Winky Face gets the corner and Bob's your uncle, and all of a sudden it's an ace for DXA incoming. You know, absolutely the most easiest way to get an ace. Just hope that they crash, you know. If they crash, you win. Very good formula for success. And it is 5-6, and DXA are actually in the lead. I'm gonna be honest, it's not what I expected, but given what Winky Face and Red Bull are doing right now, honestly, they might have heard me when I said that I might eat a hat if DXA 3-0 them. But I don't think Winky Face can really, you know, live down that moment when, you know, he would lose to DXA Singapore. Nothing to say bad against DXA Singapore, but I think if Winky Face knows his reputation, you know, it's the last thing he would want, you know. But we'll see. Currently, DXA, well, if they're gonna take these draws, more than happy to do so. Red Bull is almost 2 seconds behind. Spider a bit also, but it's not too dramatic quite yet. If they keep it this way, they will just keep the lead that it is, and everything's perfectly fine. But no slides, not there anymore. Spider gets it very nicely as well. Starlight is also in the mix, and everybody's just gradually coming to the finish line. And it's going to be a draw. Spider almost doesn't make the finish, but that's more than enough. 6-7 on the board. I mean, yeah, well, this is getting interesting. One ace could do it for DXA. They couldn't get a track point against Steak and Cheese. but they might be able to do so against Restless. Now that's a storyline and a half, and we love storylines in Trackmania. It's been a staple of what our core of our moments and our clips as well. That's the content we truly love and desire. But can Winkyface hold on here? Red Bolt is also getting ever so closer. It's not as easy as it looks now. Everybody's really trying to push it. And I think DXA are sort of understanding that if they can keep this going, they actually have a genuinely good chance. But they do have to beat Winky, who has been doing either the best rounds times we've seen so far, or has made a very simple and fundamental mistakes. But Red Bolt has a bit of an upward landing, so it does seem that currently at least it will be another draw, and we are bleeding time for Restless, but they do set themselves up for a position to take an ace. Will we see a classic? You know, will we see a classic? Restless did an ace out of nowhere against Steak and Cheese. They could do it again against DXA Singapore. It would be a very classic move for them, at least, it seems like. First map, they go down, but then they just ace and win. And that is how I do it. It kind of reminds me... Oh no, Spider hits the corner as well. Starlight has to actually keep it. He cannot allow Red Bull to overtake. It's getting a bit more complicated than it should be, but we'll have to wait and see. Red Bull is half a second behind, so there's a bit of a gap for Starlight to work with. But he is not getting ever closer to Winky, and if anything, it is Red Bull that is getting closer to him. It's getting a bit XTD shaking in here for Starlight. You can see the Red Bull is edging closer. This drift will decide it. Oh, and oh no, it's actually happening. Restless are gonna pull another ace. As soon as it is done, it is GG, 10-8 on the board. And no matter what you do, Restless will just ace their way into a track point. And Steak and Cheese couldn't do it. Neither could DXA Singapore. Absolutely. They're just, teasing the opponents. They're saying, oh, you're so close to winning. Here you go. Come on. Take the victory. And we ace you. GG. We go next map. That's basically what has been going on for Restless at the moment. They just give you a taste of hope, and they just take it away. Though I do see in in-game chat that Winkyface comments on this map coming up as GG, we lost this map Dookie. And can we get a Dookie in chat? Chat, you have Winkyface has requested you to type Dookie, not Doogie, Dookie with a K. So I'll put it in chat as well, Dookie. So that is what Winkyface has really requested you all to do. And we can only just, give him that much as well, He seems to be a crowd favorite as well. Very active member of the community as well. Maybe not as much, hasn't been really fond of the rally and snow cars, but I'm sure he's very fond of competitions, and that's what he loves to do. And he definitely has the talent and skill to be a very formidable opponent. As I've said before, he has a lot of pace, and in my opinion, he's definitely among the elite in Asia and Oceania for the fastest players that they have. And you can see that in the campaigns as well. And as he's a prolific hunter in the campaign and in competitions, he can be quite the headache, as DXA and Steak and Cheese have found out as well already. But we'll have to wait and see. All eyes are on Winkyface. He said it wasn't his favorite map, but now he's gonna just roll a world record as well. I will say that his time is the second fastest. Spider does clip the quarter there, not the start you want to get. But Winkyface, I do believe his time is the second best time on this map. So I don't know what he means that this map is a GG we lost. While he's probably gonna bang out like a sub 52. Most likely, but we'll have to wait and see how things roll out. Currently, he's on a good run as well, definitely pushing the limits of this track. And with Starlight, trying to catch up here, he's able to overtake Red Bolt. But honestly, Winkyface is just, bye, sayonara, and he's going for a very good time. That is a very good checkpoint. Oh, I think it is a sub 52 here. Oh no, what am I even talking about? 53.1. I was thinking about a completely different checkpoint there. Caster doesn't know absolutely nothing.
Victory.
You know, 53.5 blistering times. Caster's hyping up a sub 52. It's not even sub 53. Jesus Christ. You know, professional caster, he knows his stuff. Either way, I have to remember which checkpoint it actually was. I did actually get it confused with another map, so that's my own little bit of a mishap there. But, you know, it's been a long day, and I think Turbo can attest to it as well. That it's been even if we started early, even if I am a morning person, you know, doing this stuff early in the morning can take quite a bit of energy out of you as well. And even if you have slept well, because I got, you know, it's in the morning. You know, your routine is quite a bit different in the early mornings. But we'll have to wait and see. For the time being, at least, Restless are the ones to take the helm of this map. We'll see if that will continue. Spider and Starlight are actually more in the mix this time. They are overtaking Red Bull, so this will come down. I will say this won't be a sub 52. Yeah, there you go. Starlight doing all kinds of shenanigans in there, and he had a fun time there. But it is an ace for Restless. Starlight gets to practice this end a bit. There you go. Third time is the charm. 5-1 on the board. But there is, yeah, this ending can have a lot of time save indeed. I mean, you can have either very awkward approach to it and lose like half a second or so, or you can go really tight and get that finish almost immediately. So there's a lot of time gained in there as well. But for the time being, it is Winky Face who is the one really taking the helm. But Starlight is finding new ways to get across the track as he has to actually respawn. So Spider is the one that has to take full advantage of maybe getting towards first position. But I mean, Winky, I mean, he's having a good time. He hasn't really fumbled much. So having a good time, just minding his own business. Spider and Red Bull are trying to get closer. Not really getting much success out of it. Ooh, Spider enjoying a bit of a corner clip as well there, and Restless looking to get another ace. What is Red Bull doing? Well, he saved that ice slide. Probably the worst attempt at an ice slide I've ever seen in my life, but he has a good luck that it is reactor there. Imagine if there wasn't a reactor there and you had to genuinely ice slide towards the finish there. That would be, now that's an ending and a half, you know. Remove the reactor, you have an absolute monster of a risky finish. But that's then and there. We do have a reactor, you know. People are nice, you know, trying to make it a more consistent of an end. So if you can't just angle your car correctly, you will make that finish. Spider didn't angle that turn quite well, and he's absolutely having the greatest time to even make the jump, barely. So Starlight is the one that has to make something, well, was supposed to do something, as Red Bull and Winky Face are gonna get a very comfortable win here. And yeah, they only have they have an ace to lose. That's that. I think I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna call an early GG, and we will move on to the next map, which is going to be Burn It All Down. Winky Face, well, there you go, 52.6, and Red Bull with a 52.8. That is 11-1, and that is as comfortable of a win as you could have gotten on the map. And clearly, you know, hey, Winky Face even says was a close match. You know, GG close. Depends on the definition of close. Does he measure them in seconds or, you know, in milliseconds? Hard to know. But if that's his definition of a close match, I can't even imagine what how he felt against Steak and Cheese. And Winky Face already defending himself, saying he's not toxic. He swears on it. So Careless Cobra, accusations there. Clearly, we have in-game chat, you know, confession saying he's not toxic. So I don't know, Careless Cobra, what you're on about. Either way, we do see that the Red Bull is practicing the map backwards. Always lovely to see. Definitely a drivable map backwards. Not gonna lie, you know, you can definitely get across this map. Though I will say his backward skills are a bit, you know, as a backwards connoisseur, this is not how you really do it. You know, definitely he should take notes from Mudda. Mudda, I think, is very good at doing backwards warm-ups. Definitely, definitely the master of backwards warm-ups. You always love to see him go do it on every single map. I hope that Mother will be in the main event as well. Uh, I have heard some birdies tell me that he has interest in the event, but of course he cannot do it with his usual pal of Soldier. Um, but we'll have to see. Hopefully, Mother would be able to. You have a lot of strong names. That you don't. Wow, that's the first time I've seen technically 3 people combust there, and then Red Bolt absolutely failing that corner. But all in all, somehow Restless is still in an ace position. How is that even possible? I don't know. But they still are holding on to an ace position. Starlight is the only one really in the moment. And I was rudely interrupted as well as I was about to talk about how many hard-hitting names are still there. You have Min, who's not in the Showdown event, but I would love to see him. Red Bolt cannot do a simple drift, and Starlight overtakes him. As simple as that. It's a victory for Restless with a 51-7. And that's a great round, I'd say. It was a close one. Could have been an ace for Restless, so very close round indeed. But I'm looking forward to the main event as well. Showdown has been quite a lot of fun as well. We can already see like the likes of Spark having a great time as well. Zabo technically. Also he will be on a different team. Zabo is also registered for the main event as well. So looking forward to how he will do with his other teammate. But for the time being, we'll have to wait and see, because Spider has not had a great time. I believe he didn't have a great time the last time he was on this map. Definitely Burn It All Down is not his cup of tea, while Wikiface and Red Bolt, well, they are in a victory position. They're looking rather calm. Starlight maybe could overtake Wikiface. There's a world where that could happen. And we'll have to wait and see. Starlight does clip the corner. Red Bolt does have more speed as well. And we'll have to wait and see if they can get the final drift here. Yeah, you can get it done very lovely as well. 50.1, pretty solid as well. It is an ace for Restless, and we'll have to wait and see. And I do see in chat as well that apparently, well, technically it is kind of true as well, because originally it was in the mention that Starlight and Crazy Bus Driver would be driving for today. But it seems that there was some final adjustments in that regard as well. Technically, the main lineup for DXA, I believe, is Starlight and Spider. But as I understood, it was Crazy Bus Driver as well. But there you go. Things change on the fly. The same way, Spark at the moment, as Spider and Wikiface have a very similar moment in that corner. Spider is having a bit more of a struggle. But we'll have to see. Starlight is looking to actually take the round in this case, go for the draw as well. He drove a Crazy Bus instead. I wonder if Crazy Bus Driver could get a custom bus as a skin as well. But in regardless of that, Red Bolt again doesn't get the corner right, but it doesn't really make much of a difference because Spider is too far behind. Starlight does make the difference in getting first position, so it is a draw for DXA Singapore. Puts the score at 6-2. We'll have to wait and see if that serves to continue anything. I mean, an ace for them would be nice, but it has not been, when you look at the match at its whole, it hasn't really looked like DXA have been in a position to really take an ace. Spider gets a bit of a wall clip there, a pixel clip. Starlight clips the corner right before the checkpoint, has to go rather wide. So, I mean, Red Bolt also has to do a standstill respawn. Starlight has to do again another standstill while running respawn. And somehow Spider is second position with 3 seconds behind. And honestly, your guess is as good as mine. What happened to Red Bolt? He's third, and Spider is second, with Starlight being fourth with 15 seconds behind. Well, I'm glad the organizers made the timeout 20 seconds, otherwise normally it's 15 and Starlight would be getting really close to that timer. But Spider is second, Red Bull coming in third. Yes. you got it. And Starlight coming in fourth. Great race. Spider and Winky confirm in-game chat as well. Great race. A3 as well. And we'll have to wait and see if DXA Singapore can bring something else to the front. I mean, it has been a long day as well, and I believe that DXA coming into this match as well, they would know that they're gonna come into an uphill battle. Winky Face and Red Bull are not your easiest opponent. With Starlight and Spider having a gradual time. Spider trying to crawl up the walls. It's not. It doesn't work like that anymore. Actually, I'm quite interested in the fact this track is an old map, right? So it should have the old wood physics, right? So you cannot even crawl up the wall with the new wood. Should have gone for a newer map. Either way, the Red Bull and Winky Face are looking to get the ace on the board as well. With the final corner as Winky Face actually going for the BM as well. Look at this man, absolutely. The Chad himself turns around. No, Spider is 14 seconds behind. What an insult to injury. What a man himself. Winky, of all players, of course he would do it. Oh, wow. What an absolute, that's, I don't know, mods, that's, that's kind of, a bit on the toxic, and you might want to deduct some points from them. But either way, Restless do get the 3-0. What a way to end that match by Winky. Hey, I gotta give him props, man saw the splits and went like, you know what? I'll go for it. So that's the fun part. But what a way to go about it. That's very nice indeed. What a way to end the showdown. That was a fun time, honestly.